GTA 6 is now a real thing, showing off a trailer with the release date of 2025. The trailer showed a lot of cool and realistic stuff depicting a modern day southern Floridian atmosphere. But of course, it's GTA and it's not without its fair share of controversies. So let's talk about it. What is good, y'all? It is the Young King Ken, and today we're going to talk about the controversies surrounding GTA 6 and some of my thoughts around them. This is after I saw a ban GTA 6 hashtag on Twitter, or at X. I'm gonna still call it Twitter though. Most of what I saw and our main points to cover are that a pay the play by the hour model was suggested, a conversation that got brought up about violent video games, and the concern of the 2025 release date. So without further ado, let's get into this. So this is coming from several articles that a GTA 6 publisher mentioned regarding big budget games that they suggest the longer the game is, the more expensive they should be, stating that the per hour value times the number of expected hours plus the terminal value that's perceived by the customer and ownership. It's a lot of big words right there, I ain't gonna lie. But the article then updates it to state that the spokesperson was not advocating a new pricing model revolving around hourly rates, even though the article was like, well, that ain't too bad of an idea. Just in my opinion, even tiptoeing around this topic is toxic considering the current state of overpriced games and microtransactions. You see the worst cases of it with all the yearly released games, Call of Duties. You got, EA as a company, most free to play games. If most of these games were like, okay, so for 12 hours of gameplay, you pay like $10 an hour. Like that's toxic. That's and especially for those big budget games with a full-fledged story, like it wouldn't even be incentivizing to go through the side quests. Like honestly, like who would do this? Who would do this? Our next controversial point is how GTA 6 shouldn't be for children as it promotes extreme violence. Like that's what the ESRB mentioned. But however, according to studies done from Oxford and several other labs, there's little to no correlation between video games and aggressive behavior amongst children and teens. Plus, there's too much in terms of bias when making the argument. Like GTA is a fictional game that shows the depiction, which in this case, of modern day Southeastern America in an extreme context, showing off guns, suggestive content, and much more. But the problem that I have with a lot of these people that's saying this, like, yeah, nobody should be playing it. No. In order to buy this game, which is rated M for mature for a reason, as with any M-rated game. Now, I know this is for America, but I don't know how it is in different countries. You will have to present your ID at a game store if getting a physical copy, or you would have to use your credit card, in which you'll need to be an adult to have one to digitally purchase your game. And if you're not an adult, you will need your parents' permission to even use. So before we blame the violence, the sensual themes and all that of the game, we shouldn't blame the developers. We should blame the parents for allowing their kids to play this stuff. Ain't it weird that these conversations always get brought up when GTA is announced, but there are games out there sold on store shelves that has more gore, more violence, more suggestive themes, just more of that stuff. But still, these conversations get brought up all up through the release of the game. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a constant issue. And with the release being in 2 years, that within itself is already another issue of controversy. I've always been on the announce your games within less than a year before release train, but Rockstar Games does something here that I like: consistency. Let me explain. GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 were released 2 years after their announcement trailer, and these games were critically acclaimed in terms of reviews. I am not a game developer, but I know with art, animation, interactive products, just anything of that nature that you're going to sell, you need time to air out the kinks and bugs. I would not be surprised if the game's features are completed, the story elements and all that is done, and all there's left to do is quality control. It gives time for demos, fan reactions, and plenty of opportunities to hype the game up. Hell, they can even do an event in GTA Online where if you participate, you can earn stuff in GTA 6. Cyberpunk, Starfield, and a lot of these games coming out this generation gets announced way too early, or they have a rushed development cycle and they release in a crappy state. You see all the apology posts from developers, and yeah, that's not a good look. Given Rockstar Games' track record, I'm excited to see what will happen. GTA 6 looks amazing. The graphics look top notch. It seems that the map is very expansive, and it looks like you'll have a lot to do. I would not be worried, and if you are, like I mentioned in my Call of Duty video, don't pre-order it and wait for fan reviews upon release. With all of these controversies in mind, just know that 1, if you don't like the game, don't play it, and 2, don't hinder the joy that another person will have with the game. And 3, parents, don't blame the violence in the game. Blame yourselves for allowing your children to play this. Also, keep the comment section civil. I will use some of these for a future video. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, please like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for more updates. It helps me make more of that seasoned content. And speaking of, until the next video, I will need y'all to keep our kingdom seasoned. Y'all.